Hello everyone, my name is Samantha and welcome to Living One Plant at a Time. Now, I'm a house plant mom that has over 200 houseplants. I also work full-time, so it's very important for me to have all my house plant essentials in one place and ready to go on my Sundays where I have time to do my plant chores. So if you're interested in something like that, we're going to be talking about plant essentials and also how to make it easier for us plant people to take care of our house plants. So today I went and got myself a bar cart. I'll show you the bar cart I bought. This is it. I'm sure you can find it in a lot of different places. I personally got it at Canadian Tire, but I know that they have similar ones at Walmart and IKEA. You can even find it on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I already put it together. I didn't want you to go through watching me putting it together. It took me about, I would say 15-20 minutes, not very hard. It's about 10 screws. And there's different colors. I bought the lime, well, it's not really lime, sage green one, which goes well in my plant room. And I've already put my house plant essentials on it. And I think this is a great idea. If you have a lot of plants, I have over 200 plants, so my 1 day of plant chores a week that I have, I can roll this to each room and do what I have to do, and it makes my life a lot easier. So here's the bar cart filled with my houseplant essentials. And I'd like to begin with the pest control items that I use for my houseplants. So the first one that I use, and none of these products are sponsored, is my insecticide. Now I like using this one. It's the Safer's 3-in-1. I've been using this for thrips and it's worked wonders. Obviously, you have to use it at least 3 times consecutively. I would say every week for a month, and it does a great job. I've been using it for 3 years. And I think I'm going to switch it up because I've heard that the pests can get used to the insecticide and it won't work on them anymore. So I'm going to be looking up and seeing if I can find another one, and that way I can stop using this one and use another one so that the thrips are taken care of. Now, another thing that I have here in my cart, so another thing I have is my neem oil solution. I've already put the ratio in this bottle, therefore I'm ready to use it. And something else that I have is my alcohol. This is really good when I see mealy bugs right away. I can spray it, so it's very handy. Now, also I have for my fungus gnats that I use, it's the sticky sticks. I don't have a lot of fungus gnats because most of my plants are either in leca or pond. Now I have a few that are in, I would say about 20% are in soil. So last year when my cabinet got infested with gnats, I went and I bought these ones, very accessible, and they did wonders. So I use the stickies. Now, also, on the second layer, I have my fertilizers. So, oh, and also I forgot, before my fertilizers, I also have sulfur. Now, sulfur is really good for mites and fungicide. So I use that a lot since I have a lot of Hoyas in my collection. They're really good for the flat mites that the Hoyas have, and it does wonders. I've used it I think once and I have no problems with it. Now let's go to the fertilizers. Now, my favorite fertilizer is my Foliage Pro. Now I see a lot of YouTubers are using the same thing. It does wonders. It's great. And what I do is I take a container like this and I fill it up with water, and I make my fertilizing water in batches. That way I don't have to go and put it in my watering can each time. It saves a lot of trouble. I also use this here, and I make my leca solution nutrient in here. It's very easy. I have a little spout and I put it in here. It saves me time. Now my other fertilizer, because I have cactuses, I use the cactus Schultz for my cactuses. I think it's 7 drops in a watering can like this, full of water. So I use that. I also, because I have a few, like a lemon tree and an olive tree, I'll use this. And it's a citrus fertilizer. So, and I mix this also in my watering can. Now, I also have, I use this, my orchid fertilizer. This is for my Hoyas. So I spray this on top of all the leaves. It does wonders. I do this in the summer generally. I fertilize in the soil or with my leca and whatever. But in the winter time, I like using this. I don't know why, but it does a great job. And I don't usually do it in the summer. I do it in the winter time. Now, another sort of fertilizing is this Super Thrive. I put this also in my watering can with water, and it does great for, it's really good for roots. Now, that was for pests and fertilizing. Now, another thing that I like to have on hand is my houseplant essential utensils. So, as you can see here, and these I got from IKEA. I had them. And so I put them on in the side of the cart, it's really useful. So I have my scissors here. I have my my spoons, my pens and felt pens, and also another thing that I need a lot is my sodding iron, which I use to puncture holes in my little cups over here. This is usually for propagation. Very useful. I also have on hand these tubes. These tubes are very good for propagations. If I want to propagate for somebody, or if I'm selling a cutting, I usually put them in these tubes. So I like to have them in this cart. I also have a stash of my little sticks, so I could write the name of what each plant is, when I bought it. I like having that. Also, over here on the top, I have my little clips. So if I see that one of my trailing plants or one of my vining plants needs to be clipped up in another room, this is why I take this whole cart and all my utensils are on this cart. I also here have my mesh. This is what I put in when I'm using soil. This usually is for my cactuses. Cactuses I usually have in soil. So on the bottom of the pot, there's holes, and we use this mesh to cover the hole. Then I have my little clips. These little clips here. This is when you propagate and you want to hold down the plant. You put these little clips. This is in, you can find these on Amazon, very cheap. So I have that here. Then of course I have my gloves. Usually I don't use gloves, but sometimes I've done my nails. I need my gloves. And I also have other things like my wires or these sticky ones here, which I like to use for my monstera or plants that I have up on poles. Very useful. These I'm sure you can find at the dollar store. I also have these two water bottles. I usually have two, and I've made holes on the top of them, and I use them for my poles to keep the moss wet. So I have that here. I have my heavy-duty gloves. These are used when I use these when I'm handling my cactuses, so I don't prick myself. And then I have my label maker, very useful. Have that on hand. And what else? I have a few mesh pots, which I use for my leca. I usually have all my other pots are on the bottom here, but these ones for my leca I keep in this cart. And what else? Oh yeah, a few other things. So when I'm propagating, I have two of these root powders. So there's this one that I got from Amazon, and this one also. This one I haven't used yet. I bought it just when I finish this one. I'll use this one, see which one's better. But so far, this one's doing really, really well. What does it say? 0.4%, and this is 0.1%. Okay. Anyways, so I use that. And another thing that I can't do without, it's very useful, is my Keki cloning paste. Now this I bought in Amazon. All these things that I can find on Amazon or that I bought from Amazon, I'll have listed below in my description. You can buy it through me, or you can go on Amazon and buy it yourself. But this cloning, this Keki cloning paste, that's what it's called, does wonders. If you have Hoyas, if you have orchids, this is fantastic. You put this paste on either a node or where a leaf has fallen, and it'll produce another growing point. So it's like fantastic. I've now done it recently, this past weekend, to my which way is that now? My Finleysonii, because one side of the vining, it has no leaves, and I hate that look. So I put each node, I put some of this paste, and once it comes out, the leaves, or once there's growth, I'll be making a video on that to show you guys. Now another thing that I bought recently is this soil enhancer. I've bought this one other time and it worked wonders. So it's, I think, made in Canada, in BC, and you can also use it as a fertilizer, an organic fertilizer. So the ratio is on here. It's with fish, marine phytoplankton. So a lot of people were saying that it smells. I didn't find that at all. Anyways, you shake it up and you put it for, make a ratio of it in your watering can, and it's fantastic. So that's another thing that I have here. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. I love hearing from everybody. And that's my cart and household essentials on a cart, easy to go to do your chores. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.